Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today is the weekly Star Wars recap for December 11th, 2024, which this week there's some movie casting news to talk about. But before I get into that, I got to jump into the new releases for last week, which Star Wars Skeleton Crew premiered with its first 2 episodes. Episode 1 was titled This Could Be a Real Adventure, which I thought that was a great first episode, and really hooked me on the show. I wasn't fully sure about, but that first episode I thought was great. The second episode I thought was good. I do think it was a little short, and depending on the third episode, how that goes, I wonder if they would have worked better cut together. Obviously, I don't know what happens in the third episode, which the third episode is already out by the time this video goes up, but as of me recording this, it's not out yet, so I'm not fully sure yet, but I do wonder if I'll feel the same way after watching the third episode. But the second episode was titled Way Out Past the Barrier, but there was also the High Republic Tempest Breaker, the new audio drama, and the Battle of Jakku, Republic Under Siege, Issue 3, which I didn't listen or read either of those. But this came out already a couple weeks ago, and I talked about last week. But the DLC for Star Wars Outlaws Wildcard came out, and last week I hadn't played it yet, which I have now. So I do want to kind of give some quick thoughts on it, which I thought it was just kind of I think it's $20. I had the season pass, so I'm not fully sure, but it's a $20 DLC, and it gave about maybe 3, maybe 4 hours of playtime. So I just don't think it was worth it on the price to amount of content you get, as from my knowledge, it only added the new main storyline for the DLC. I don't think there was any new side content added to the game. I didn't really explore too much of that, so I'm not fully sure on that, but it just adds a new kind of quest line featuring Lando, and you get to play a little bit of Sabacc, which going into the DLC I was excited about it being kind of Sabacc based, and then I was kind of let down with how actual little Sabacc playing there was, as there's only one match you play and it's kind of scripted. So I wish there was a little more with the Sabacc element to it, but other than that, it's kind of run of the mill. Didn't really care too much about it that much. But sticking with video games, but away from Star Wars, but still Lucasfilm, there was Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, the new first-person adventure game from Bethesda and Machine Games. I've only played about maybe 5 hours of it, but so far it's great. I really love it. So far it's been everything I would have wanted out of a Indiana Jones game, which going into it, I didn't really know what the structure of the game was going to be. I thought it was just going to be kind of a very linear first person action adventure game, but so far it's been a lot more less linear. Currently I'm at the Vatican, and it's not huge, but a slightly more open area. There's a lot more side objectives to do, a lot more than I thought there was going to be, as I kind of thought there wasn't going to be any at all. And so it kind of feels a little more like something like Dishonored or Hitman or something like that. So I'm very into that element so far, but obviously story-wise I'm not super far into it yet. I'm still at the Vatican, which is the first big area you get to, so I'm not super far into the game. Excited to get more into it later, but so far I'm really into it, and I'm doing a playthrough of it, so you can check all that out. But back to Star Wars, there is new releases this week. Skeleton Crew Episode 3, it's already out. And then the Battle of Jakku Republic Under Siege Issue 4 will come out today on the 11th. But with all that said, let's just jump into the news, which there's only one thing to talk about this week, which is some casting news for The Mandalorian and Grogu, which there was a report from Jeff Snyder, and then later the trades like Deadline, Hollywood Reporter, Variety, and whatnot, which the report says that Jeremy Allen White has been cast in the upcoming film, which will follow up the Disney Plus series third season, which it seems like Jeremy Allen White will be doing a voice role. As the report says, he'll be playing Rotta the Hutt, the son of Jabba the Hutt, which is pretty random casting, but Rotta originally appeared in the 2008 animated film Star Wars The Clone Wars, and then appeared, I think, in the 1 or maybe 2 episodes of the animated series of the same name, and then just never appeared again outside of maybe some comic appearances. But the character will now be returning in this film, which the reporting does say he will have a sizable role in the film. It won't be just a cameo, so maybe a main antagonist. But we have seen Hutts recently in the Book of Boba Fett, so maybe we could see the return of Boba Fett in this movie also. I don't know. But I am excited to see Jeremy Allen White in a Star Wars, as I do love him in the series The Bear. You know, I just love the show in general, but excited to see him in Star Wars. Still find it very random that he's going to play Rotta the Hutt. I guess it's going to happen. But Deadline has some more casting news, as they report that actor Johnny Cohn will star in the film and reprise his role as unnamed Imperial Warlord from The Mandalorian Season 3, which he's one of the Imperial characters who was a part of the Shadow Council. So maybe that Shadow Council will return in the movie, and he'll just kind of have a small role there. Or, I don't know, maybe he could be another main antagonist, as maybe, you know, Mando and the New Republic find him next and take him down in the movie. I don't know. But Cohn and Jeremy Allen White join, obviously, Pedro Pascal and the previously cast Sigourney Weaver in the cast of the movie, which is set to release May 22nd, 2026. So yeah, but that's all there is for this week's weekly Star Wars recap. I will be back next week talking about something maybe, or maybe in 2 weeks, or maybe a month from now. I don't know. But in the meantime, check out my playthrough on Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Probably soon have reviews up for Skeleton Crew. I haven't even finished writing my reviews for the first 2 episodes, so I don't know when those will come out. But yeah. Anyways, I've been Star Wars Review, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Hello? Be careful where you step.